That's a lot of poop in one sentence.
Got our lumber package.
This cherry tomato is ridiculous.
Well, hello. It's been a wild couple weeks. Had, oh my goodness, lots of smoke in the air. Haven't really been able to do much around the place, but finally did get some wood delivered, which is good. Got the last of our lumber package for the pole barn. We had all those fires burning, and I didn't want to order $700 worth of lumber and have it just sit here and burn up in case we had to run. So I waited a little bit to order my lumber, and in the meantime, I went from $650 to $850. So that's kind of kind of annoying, but what do you do? Trying to get this, gonna try and get the second half of that roof finished up before it gets real nasty. We did get some rain. We got kind of a soaker, which is good. Hopefully it puts out some of those fires and clears some of that smoke out of the air that's been so nasty the last couple weeks. So I'm hoping to get back working on that pole barn pretty quick. Now that we got some lumber, we just need a little bit of drier weather to do that, so I'm not playing around in the soupy clay. So today I got a couple projects to work on inside. We bought a mount for our TV. I think I'm gonna hang that on the wall, do a few inside projects, and hope for some sunshine tomorrow, because it's been pouring all day. Alright, the back bracket is on. I did have to modify it because that's right where the plug comes in, and if I slid it this way, then it was in front of the control box. So on and ready to go. Alright, we do have it leveled. I think we've decided we're going to have to do something different with this, maybe a track light or something like that. But I think we like the position on the wall where it's at, so we'll probably just do something a little bit different with a lower profile light there. So got it hung up on the wall. That's kind of weird because Dee Dee just took the camera, so all of a sudden I'm going from...
I thought you were trying to hand it to me. You're like, I'm holding it.
I'm holding it, I'm not holding it. Yeah.
It's your third arm that's holding it.
Yeah, anyhow, we got it mounted up. Now we're going to see where we're going to do cabling and all that stuff now that we have a rough position on the wall where we want it. Alright, we found this crusty old box at Antique Shop, and I think we're going to use it and put our electronics on it. Well, we got the little box put in there and stacked up a bunch of our electronics. I think this little box will work. So we just have a bunch of cords running down below it right now. I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with power and this kind of situation. I think we want something low profile like this, so we can get in our little door over here to the closet. So I think something like this will work. I just got to figure out the logistics of making it look nice. So. But that'll work for now. We'll just have cords running, but that'll annoy me enough that I will take care of that at some point soon.
Whoa.
Well, we better go take a look at what we can harvest out of the garden. It looks like we're done with gardening for the year.
Yeah, that's cold.
We've got some cold temperatures coming. It's supposed to dip down into 30 next week, and this morning it was 38. So we're kind of approaching the end of our gardening season here. Well, we've got a bunch of tomatoes left, and we got some that just I don't know if they're going to ripen.
No.
I think
they've kind of stopped since the temperatures started coming down in the last a week. They've pretty well slowed down. I pulled everything off yesterday that was even remotely ripe, and I'll let them ripen on the windowsill. But this cherry tomato is ridiculous. I literally have eaten more tomatoes than I can like stand, and it's loaded. So if you're growing like a cherry tomato on your balcony or on your front porch, grow this one. It's a sweet 100, and there's about a zillion cherries on here.
There's more than 100 on there.
Yeah, there's
it's
more
like
than
a sweet 300.
Yeah, which I've heard that there's also one called a sweet 1000, I believe, which like grows even more cherries. But this thing is literally like, it's probably like 8 feet tall. It's gone up and wrapped around, and then it's come back down and grown along the ground there. So if you wanted to grow just a cherry tomato for like just yourself, this one is amazing, and they taste really amazing too.
All right, it's time to harvest our watermelons. We actually grew watermelons this year, oddly enough. We didn't think we'd have enough time in the season, but we got a couple small little ones, and then we got these 2 big ones down here.
Nice.
I mean, I got a big head, but that's a
You
decent
do not have
size.
a big head.
Oh, wait, I have a little pinhead.
You don't
Pinhead
have
on
a
the
pin.
top, big. My head's shaped kind of like a peanut. It's really big on the bottom. It's small on the top.
I can't hold it steady when you make me laugh. So we tried one of these yesterday, just a really little tiny one, and I cracked it open thinking like, oh, this is gonna probably be rotten inside, or it's gonna taste like garbage. It tasted amazing. It was
So sweet.
so sweet. It didn't taste real. It tasted like artificially flavored watermelon candy of some sort. It was so good. It was really good. So I'm excited for one of the bigger ones, because that one was pretty small. I mean, it was like a few bites on each side, like each half. So I'm excited for this bigger one.
Oliver, did you get stepped on? Oh man,
Got the bushy tail.
that is a bushy tail. Look at that bushy tail. Oliver. We'll just rescue the spoon from the compost pile.
Just make sure when you start adding stuff to a container for compost that there's not a spoon hanging out in the bottom. I threw this over the fence yesterday and I was like, there's a spoon in there. I'm gonna get that tomorrow.
So tell me about your poop.
I'm not gonna tell you about my poop personally, but I'll tell you about the neighbor's horse's poop. So our neighbor has a horse that she has been boarding elsewhere since they moved here like 2 years ago, and they finally moved their horse out here, and so I told her, just bring me all the poop, which I think she's very happy to have a place to get rid of the poop, and I'm happy to take the poop. So we're gonna start composting poop for the garden this coming spring. That's a lot of poop in one sentence. I like, when I say it over and over, I'm like, poop, 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 and then I'm like, wow, I just said poop like 15 times in one sentence.
Are you guys playing King of the Beanpole? Well, I don't think our honeydews are quite going to make it. They're only about the size of a softball, maybe a large grapefruit. So we'll go ahead and harvest them, cut them open, see what we got. But I'm sure they'll be, I'm sure they won't quite be there though. Did you decide to join the party, Finley?
this guy split. I don't know what happened to him. He maybe got run over with a lawnmower or something, or he might have just split. I don't know. So he's gonna go in the compost pile. Bonk.
Looks like Dee Dee's got most everything picked already. There's a cat hiding in the corn. Corn didn't do very good. I mean, we got a few ears, but nothing to write home about.
It's made an excellent corn maze for the kittens, though. It's like their favorite place to play when I'm out here working in the garden.
So we ended up putting an animal trap out because something was eating our corn, the little bit of corn that we got, and something was getting up in there. I think maybe a raccoon or something. And so we put a trap out, but never did catch him.
Not true, we did catch something. We caught
did.
Jasper, Finley, and Oliver.
Caught all 3 cats.
One of each.
Maybe the cats were eating our corn and we just didn't know. They're ornery enough they might have been shredding the corn.
Probably.
Might get a half a corn out of that one. That one's actually
This one's already
partially
dried out.
developed. Got a couple that are drying out, a couple that are still soft. Might have a half a corn for dinner.
Probably what I'll do is just lay this all down and I'll just mulch it right in place because our little push mower does like a phenomenal job at mulching. So I'll probably just lay this all down and mulch it in place and let it build up this bed a little bit because this is just...
Yeah, no sense cutting it and hauling it when we're trying to build this soil anyways.
Yeah.
And we'd just be hauling off nutrients we're trying to put back in it.
Yep. So pretty. Like really light ones and some dark ones. It's cold out here. I'm
Well-
a fair weather gardener.
Well, I think that's probably it for the garden for the year. We're just closing her down. Harvesting the last little bit, and we'll.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. We'll start prepping it for next year. You guys have a good night.
Good night.
We gotta move the cars out of the way because we're getting a special delivery tomorrow.
Doot doot.
Dun dun dun.